Hey guys, it's Dawn here. Thank you so much for purchasing the Couples Handbook. I'm so excited for you to dive into this resource, and I know that it will be such a helpful tool for both you and your clients. So in this video, I'm just going to walk you through all the content. So what I include and why, as well as some tips for making it your own. If you're looking for help customizing the design, be sure to watch Morgan's video about how to customize your template. So this is what I send couples after they've booked with me and before their couples session. I send it out probably a week after they've booked so that they have time to take all these tips into consideration. It's super helpful for getting us on the same page, answering questions before they have them, and helping my clients just feel taken care of and confident coming into their session. So I recommend using all of the words I include as inspiration, but then customizing everything to completely make it your own. So here we have the title slide. And I've chosen to call this Couples Handbook. You can edit that to be anything you want, whether that's engagement prep guide or couple session prep or something like that. And then at the bottom, I just have a little tagline kind of summing up my engagement sessions. And for the cover photo, I recommend using something that's really fun and kind of just gives the whole vibe for what your sessions are like. I love this one because it includes a lot of my brand colors, so that's really helpful just making a cohesive looking guide. So here's kind of the introductory page. I have that same tagline here. And then this section is where I just kind of explain my heart and my philosophy behind couple sessions and just sum up what they can expect and what an experience is like working with me. And then I just pump them up and help them feel confident and excited and taken care of. This is also a spot that you can kind of introduce yourself further or just talk about your process, kind of walk them through what they're going to get out of this guide or what a session looks like with you. Here you can explain your process for scheduling a date and time. So they may have already picked a date and time, but a lot of my couples are clients that have booked me for their wedding and then they're choosing their engagement session date after the fact. So what I include here is that I always shoot at sunset. Maybe you're open to shooting at any time of the day, or maybe you only shoot on weekdays, or maybe you only book out a certain number of months in advance. Here you can explain just anything that's important to your booking process that your client should know as far as scheduling. I use this section to explain that I like to get to know my clients before their shoot, so I send out a questionnaire that they'll receive shortly after this guide. I also offer a call or a video chat to help get to know them and answer any questions that they have. And then I throw out that I'm happy to grab a drink before their session because that's my favorite way to break the ice before I stick a camera in their face. So I just want them to know that that is an option. And while I do highly recommend getting to know your clients before your session, if you don't offer these same things, you can completely delete this page or adjust it to explain your process for answering questions or getting in contact with them before the session. Here, explain your process for picking a location. You can throw out some ideas or offer a link to a bucket list of places you want to shoot or offer some gallery links of your favorite locations and just help them think outside the box or just give them inspiration for where they can shoot. Okay, choosing what to wear. This is the longest section and probably my favorite and most important, but I'm going to go through all of my go-to tips in the next couple slides. So these are pretty universal, but can also be customized to fit the style of shooting you offer and your personal style. Maybe you cater more to a traditional, elegant clientele, or maybe you want to shoot more editorial or funky styles. You can adjust these tips to fit your brand. But here I'll just go through what I include. So I tell them to wear something they're comfortable in. I want them to feel like themselves and not super done up or that they're trying to wear a certain outfit just because they think they need to. I tell them to allow for movement because I'm going to be asking them to move around a ton and jump on each other's backs and run through the sand. I tell them to think about the location because you probably don't want to be wearing stilettos at the beach. And then here I talk about colors, which I think are really important. So I talk about how a lot of colors appear brighter on camera and primary colors tend to not be as flattering on camera. So to maybe choose an earth tone or a more natural version of their favorite colors. And then to consider the location and season. So to complement the landscape without blending in and also just look like they fit their environment. And then patterns, to opt for smaller patterns rather than something big and bold that's going to distract from their face. I tell them to complement each other without matching, so wear similar color schemes without being too matchy-matchy. Avoid distractions like logos and watches. Bring accessories in order to mix things up, like a hat or jacket. And then just to bring a ton of options so that we can go through them together if they're unsure of what to wear, and I can help them piece together outfits. So here I just review hair and makeup, and I tell them to just go with whatever they feel most comfortable with. And then here I just offer them the tip of, if they are getting their hair and makeup done professionally for their wedding, they can use their trial to kind of test out their look on camera for their engagement session. Okay, here we talk about props and how I think a lot of them can be really cheesy, but there are definitely ways to do it right. So I give tips to stay away from cheesy props, but how they can incorporate fun activities or things that are really meaningful to them, like a surfboard or a guitar or a bonfire or their dog or something like that, to help personalize their session. Here's just a little checklist of what to bring. You can customize this to what you think your clients will need on your sessions. So here I just go into why they might need extra shoes if we are hiking a lot, maybe a touch-up kit if we are braving some elements where they want to brush their hair afterwards, a backpack if we are hiking a long distance and they want to change outfits midway through the shoot, and then I give them permission to bring adult beverages because that always makes things more fun. Mindset, I just use this space to help calm their nerves and tell them to treat the day like a date. So I give them the tip to get ready earlier in the day so that they're not rushing, and then to go out to dinner before or after their session so it feels like a big event and a date, and they can spend time together rather than stressing about everything before and after their session. Here I talk about weather and how I'm happy to shoot in any weather condition, and that I actually like shooting in rain or wind, which might not be the case for you, but a lot of couples get bummed out if it's really gloomy. So I feel like this helps encourage them that it's okay to shoot in not perfectly sunny weather. And I do give them the option that if they are feeling uneasy about the weather, that we can consider rescheduling. And then here I just go over what to expect. So I kind of revisit what a session looks like with me and let them know that it's okay to be nervous, and that I will direct them and explain things to them and play music, and that it will be less posed and just more running around. So here you can kind of talk about your process and shooting style. And then I let them know what my role will be so that they know what to expect from me and they know how to act in front of a camera. And then finally, after the session, so here I explain when they'll receive sneak peeks and a gallery, and then just get them on the same page so they know what to expect and know that I'm here to help. So basically, this guide is all about taking care of your clients and helping them feel paid attention to, educated, and at ease. And this will elevate their experience with you and also make your job easier when your clients come into it stress-free and on the same page.